Guys, here we have a candle with Teleplay. So here's what it looks like in the app. Let's let it roll for a little more. I think that looks really cool. So let's do before and after. And you can experiment with the actual foreground effect I have going on here. I'd suggest checking out the nature transitions foreground category and just playing around with that. For example, another thing you can do is this one right here. And obviously all depends on what kind of feel you're going for. This looks really cool too. So anyways, let me show you what I did to get this. Okay. Maybe that's a little too much. I kind of like the more subtle little leaves flying around. Where was that? This one. Kind of like the more subtleness of it. Keep the focus on the product. Okay, so let me show you what I'm doing here. So first things first, I'm lighting in this case, a blue screen. I'm using a blue screen because we have fake green moss right here. So I'm lighting the blue screen with two 100-watt LED light bulbs. And just make sure it's evenly lit. And the next thing, I'm lighting the actual product scene with two 60-watt bulbs as well. So the key thing here, just want to make sure you want to light the screen separately from the actual product. Just think of the screen as one element which needs to be lit, and think of the product scene as another element which needs to be lit. And I always prefer to keep the product scene away from the blue screen or green screen. Just think of those as two separate elements. I never combine the two. Just don't put this on this. Otherwise, it's going to cause a lot of lighting issues. Just, think of these two as two separate things. The blanket and the product. Okay. And now, for the actual setup of this whole product scene, what I did is I put this on top of the boxes, on top of a non-moving turntable. So that way the candle is right in center of where the camera of the iPad is, which is right here. So I put it on some boxes. I got the green moss from Michael's for, I think it was like $8. And I got these rocks for like $5 from Michael's. I have a whole like can of them right there. And notice how I have these rocks right behind it. I'm cheating a little bit. So notice how, it's a little hot because the flame is lit. So notice how when the rocks are not here, it kind of looks fake because, there's like that little very rough cutout over there. So you can kind of hide it by just placing some rocks right here. Okay, and that kind of makes it more natural looking. Okay, let's put the rocks back. Okay, and we're gonna fix this later with within about 2 months. I'm gonna add edge control, which will make the edges of shoots much more natural looking, so you don't have to kind of cheat your way by adding other elements to it. Okay, so that's the actual arrangement we have for this candle. And I lit this scene so it kind of matches what we have in the background. Notice how the lights are kind of coming from the back. That means there has to be some shade falling down. So I kind of tried to mimic that with these two lights right here. And moving forward, so for the actual background, what I did is I went to pixels.com and I literally just searched for forest. I downloaded one of these scenes right here. I forget which one. I saved this to the device. I used the blur photo app to blur the photo. So that way, when I use the Your Photo feature of the Teleplay app, it looks like there's a nice little bokeh effect going on. Because look what happens when I use the original photo. See, it still kind of looks interesting, but I like it. I still like this, but I do like it maybe a little more when the background's more blurred, which keeps the focus on the product. And this is just my preference. You can do whatever you want, obviously. Now for the actual foreground, I believe I went over this already in the beginning, I think. I just went to nature transitions and I selected the spring 6 foreground effect. But you know, there are a lot of effects inside nature transitions which can give you that nice kind of like nature-y, organic, calm type feel. And that's it. I'm here if you have any questions. And maybe, how about, what if I rarely add music to these scenes, but let's just do it for this one. Maybe something kind of chill, maybe like, let's put this up. There's some things I'd like to improve on it. Notice how there's like these blue kind of halo from the blue screen. See, there's a little blue edge right there. So that's gonna be, you're gonna be able to remove that within about 3 days, or more realistically within 7 days in the iOS app by using the, by using the spill removal feature. The spill removal feature is already on Android and it's gonna be on iOS within about a week. So these blue kind of streaks right here, you're gonna be able to remove them. Even though right now you don't really notice it that much. Okay guys, thank you for watching this video, and I'm always here for you.